And we're back, guys. Tennis in a minute. I'm your host, Good Energy. We pick up here in Berlin, where we have Queen taking on Katerina Siniakova. And it's clear to me, guys, that, and I said this in the previous video, there's something about Katerina that Queen just can't figure out. And to me, I just think it's the height of the ball. Queen can't get under these balls, and she makes a lot of mistakes, guys. Look at the unforced errors there, guys. 3 times the unforced errors, just the height of her ball. And I said this in the previous video, I did think Queen would at least bring it to a third set, but for no chance, I didn't think she would win this match. This is the typical letdown match where you get up and you play your best against Osaka, and Osaka's draining. She's not an easy out. Anyone that beats Osaka is going to be drained and feeling it. But this is one thing I got a little bit concerned with Coco playing doubles with Katerina, is she's a firecracker, guys. I've posted in the past some of the crazy things she has said to officials. You know, one thing that comes to mind, are you blind? Are you blind? Do you need glasses? Whew, I just felt that it could be a bad influence on Coco, just the way her outbursts. They've been some of the worst I've ever seen in a player. And I voted who was the worst, in terms of losing their temper on tour. And she was in the mix, but I do think she has the ability to light a fire under Coco that we've never seen. And here she just snaps, slamming rackets, going nutty. When we talk about Coco's game, this is what people have to understand. She's not playing at her peak level. If I were to say on a numeric scale, Coco's playing at about a 7 out of 10. She's still got 3 more levels to go, 3 big, strong levels to go. Where you take a look at someone like Iga, Iga's at her peak. I don't think Iga's going to get better than where she's at in terms of the tour's competition. I think the tour is going to catch up to her. But in terms of Coco, and the reason why I say this is you take a look at her forehand. Coco's not hitting her forehand at her maximum speed. I talk about the Ferrari analogy. You ever drive a Ferrari and you hit those corners, you cannot go around those corners fast. You're going to crash the car. Unless you're a professional, you know how to control it. Right now, Coco's not cracking her forehand at her maximum speed because they're working on control. The same with her serve. So she has levels that once she gets to, she's going to be a problem to deal with, especially with her defense. And this is why I'm telling you she's the future of tennis. People, they're not understanding that. But Katerina gets the victory, guys. Again, golden Grand Slam winner for her career. She's amazing. I mean, you have to love her. She is a firecracker, though. But nonetheless, I think that's that type of energy that could motivate Coco. Because Coco's way too nice. She's got to get, if you want to be the best, you got to get aggressive and sometimes downright nasty and brutal. Coco's not there yet, but she will be. Katerina gets the victory. A couple aces. Queen served well. 8 aces, 0 double faults. But again, it's the balls. Look at the unforced errors. 31-9. 3 times the unforced errors. And then some. And a bag of chips. Coco, we pick up here, guys. Now, listen. This is Coco's test. She gets past this test, she'll find herself in the final, and she's probably going to win this championship. I think Coco wins it. I think she wins Wimbledon. Her draw here, and I've said this in the past, take Iga out of Coco's draw. She's always been in her draw. That's the hump she needs to get over. Take Iga out of Coco's draws. She's got more slams. She's got more titles. It's as simple as that. Iga's not in this tournament. There's no one that's going to stop her but Katerina. Katerina is the only challenge in the near sight that I can see for Coco. I think she beats Pegula. I think she beats Ons. Rybakina and Sabalenka, they're going to have to duel it out on the other side of the bracket. There's no one that's going to stop Coco in this draw but Ekaterina. And that's her dad. Father's Day just passed. I did the post in the community. Sorry, I can only add 4. I would have added him. He's a great coach. He got Katerina through some tough situations. She had financial difficulty early in her career. A lot of ladies did. And this is why I say the tour needs to put away $10 million every year, the top 100 players, a guaranteed $100,000 bonus. That should be mandatory. Help these players out struggling towards the bottom of the rankings. That can be huge. And stop giving these wild cards to these Hall of Famers, multi-million, mega millionaires who don't need the money. They just don't want to play a full schedule. Give these wild cards to players that need help, they need assistance, and players that are trying to break into that top 100. If you got Grand Slam titles and you're worth $20 million, go get your butt on tour. You have the resource. If you want to be a tennis player, be a tennis player. Stop taking these wild card opportunities away from the players that need it. That's my rant of the day. But we pick up again, guys, as Ekaterina and Coco dueling it. Coco gets it done! Look at the forehand. She's not cracking that forehand. She's returning defensively on it. But Katerina, wide. And that's the main thing you have to realize is she's not cracking the forehand with maximum speed. She's playing safe with it. She's getting balls back. And that's how good she is because players still can't exploit it right now. Right? But Katerina, she's got a lot of power, guys. And I say it all the time. Of all the players inside the top 20, I think she misses the worst because she can crack that thing. She's so strong, aggressive, and so powerful. And I'm telling you guys, this is the only challenge for Coco. I just don't see anyone in this near draw of the near future that can really challenge her. I think Pegula's still a bit rusty. We're going to see how she performs against Vekic. Ons has a tough match against Linda, but I think Ons will come through there. And even if Linda does, I don't think Linda just doesn't have the variety. She's just a little too slow on this fast surface. And right now, Coco's playing Ekaterina's game. She's going to have to mix in some short balls and get Ekaterina off of that baseline. Tennis in a minute. Get your popcorn, guys. Coco's back in action.